today we're going to continue building our chicken dance scene. The first thing that we're going to do is add some background or assets so that we've got a good environment for the characters to be interacting with. And the second thing we're going to do is add a few more movements or change how they're coming onto the scene inside the environment to make it a little bit more interesting for creating our movie scene. Again, we're using Unity 2021 for this. 2020 seems to work fine with what we're doing as well from the tutorials I've been doing with my students at the university. So we'll be able to create some really cool stuff with this. First thing I want to do is I'm going to change my layout for my panels. The layout is fine for doing game development, but generally not for the animation type stuff that we're doing. A lot of people like the 2x3, which works pretty good for a setting like this. Others like the tall. It's completely a personal preference on this. For the tall, I do prefer having my game. Let's pull game back up here. And we'll just put it up here at the top. There we go. And we do need our timeline so that we can interact with it. Actually, I like the game up there. That works pretty good. So let's add timeline. There we go. I'll change that up a little bit. And of course, we're working with our outdoor scene that we created last time. I can go to the first mail, which has my timeline already created with the chicken dance. And you can see up here in the top window that they are ready to do the chicken dance. Okay, so the first thing that I need to do is I need to put some more objects into this environment for the characters to interact with. Let's go ahead and add through the package manager. I want to add in the ProBuilder. So we'll go to Unity Registry, and then there's ProBuilder. So let's install that. This will make creating the background for the characters to dance in front of really quick and easy. Of course, we could just put a plane up there if we got someone with Photoshop skills and just put a texture up for the background as well. That works nice for most situations. But I like working with ProBuilder, plus it gives you a few more skill sets for working with Unity. ProBuilder is a great way to quickly prototype a scene or an environment or a level so that you can get great interaction with the environment. And I've used it many times with other projects that involved cinematics using Unity. So let's let that load. All right, that only took a couple of minutes. We've now got ProBuilder into the environment. And now under Tools, we have ProBuilder. So we can now start creating objects inside of our environment. Okay, so let's add some ProBuilder objects to our environment. I'm going to open up the ProBuilder window and select a new shape. And I'm going to start with an arch. I'd like for the characters as they enter the stage to walk in through an arch. That'd be kind of cool. So let's drag that onto here. We'll create an arch. Make sure it's tall enough for everybody to fit through. And then rotate it. And let's slide that over. There we go. And I do want it towards the back. Remember, this over here is the front of my stage. And now let's get some more objects in there. So another new shape. Let's see, what looks like fun? Just simply have fun with these. And maybe a pyramid. Yeah, there we go. That's looking pretty good. Let's add a cylinder here. Okay, we've got some interesting shapes now into the environment as a backdrop. Maybe one more cube up here towards the front. Not too big. Yeah, that's looking really the way I want it to. Okay, so we got some ProBuilder shapes in here. In the next tutorial, I'm going to go over adding some textures to these, but I do want to make sure that we get into working with our characters. So back here to Mail 1, which brings up our timeline, where whoever you associated your timeline with, that's what you're going to want to do with this. And now I want to to go ahead and set it up so that they're actually walking into the scene from off the scene. Okay, it's time to add some animations to this so that we can get our characters walking onto the screen and behaving the way that we want. Now, the walk animation that comes by default with the Ready Player Me is a walk in place walk. We need something that actually moves along the various axes. So I jumped back to Mixamo and loaded my character back in, just like we did in part 1 of this tutorial, and did a search for walk. So I found this walk for the guy. It's got a little bit of a strut to it. That should work for our character. Make sure that in place is not ticked, because we want the character actually to move along the different axes inside the environment. So I'm going to tell this to download. Again, selecting the FBX for Unity. We'll go ahead and leave with skin, though I'm not sure that we actually need that. And I'm going to click download on that. That'll pull that in, or pull it down to my machine. There we go, and we've got that downloaded. Now I also need a walk, and I want the characters to walk in and turn left. So let's see if we can find a turn left animation. Oh yeah, we've got quite a few here. Let's see what happens with this one. Yeah, and he goes in, he turns to the left. That's pretty good. I think that'll work for what we want for our animation here. There's a few others in there as well, but I think the walk turn left that this guy is currently doing is perfect for what I need. So I'll go ahead and click on download on that one as well. Keeps all of my settings from the last time, and that'll download our character. Good. And it would be real nice if we had some kind of a wave or greeting or something like that that he could do as he gets to the stage. No, we don't want hip-hop dance. That might be a little over-enthusiastic. Let's try this one. That's pretty good. Let's go with that one. I'm going to go with that wave, download, and now we've got those taken care of. We do need to do the exact same thing for our female characters. So I need a walk for the female characters as well as a wave from them. Okay, now we've got our female uploaded. Let's give her a different wave as well, and as well as the walk. So we're already on the wave screen. Let's see what we've got that might be a good wave. Not the hip hop, as I said. Just kind of a casual wave. Not the best wave for the character. Maybe we can have her. Yeah, let's have two different waves. We'll use this for the male characters. We'll use this for the female characters, or we could spice it up a little bit beyond that. But that's got my wave. We'll download that as well. Good. And let's add some walks. And to get an idea of how it looks fully, you need to go ahead and show it in place originally. That might not be the best walk for her. Again, do it in place so that we can see all of it. The catwalk might be not what we're looking for. No. What do you think? Well, you get to choose out your own walk cycles for your animation. So pick the one that you like the best. I'm going to go with this one. We'll again make sure in place is not selected. Click on download, and then again we will need a walk turn left, and that'll work for what we're doing. It's the male, but we're going to be applying it to the female character. We could probably just simply do that inside of Unity without problems, but let's just be sure that we don't have any problems. Okay, so now I've got my chicken dance, my walk turn left, as well as a wave for all of my different characters. So that should work pretty good for what we're doing. I'm going to pause this. So let's go ahead and get these walks applied. So we've got the chicken dance up here. Everybody does the chicken dance. That's great. What I want to do though is I want them to walk onto the stage before they do the chicken dance. So I want them to walk underneath that arch that we've got. So let's pull the chicken dance out here and apply a new from animation clip, and I need to find the walking for the male. Here we've got there's the female, there's the male walking left turn, male walking. That's the one we want. So we'll apply that. And yep, you can see he walks there. We just simply need to get him now into the correct position. So let's change his location. Pull him over here. Rotate him 90 degrees. Actually, negative 90 degrees. And again, shift him into the position. Whoops. Okay. So that he can walk onto the stage now. Now if we do a check, he's walking onto the stage, and that is looking great. We'll tweak that a little bit more after we get everybody else into position. So the second male in my dance, I want him to start his walk a little bit later. Easiest way to do this is to just simply copy from the old. So I'll copy that and let's paste it into place. And I'm going to want him to start his walk a little bit later. He really doesn't need to be physically on top. So let's just pull him back a little bit. Then she's, do we need to change the sequence? Well, we'll just play with it as is. This is the star of the show, that he's a backup. So the star needs to be the first person to walk out onto the stage. So that's at least how I think it should go. So let's go with the second chicken dance, female. And we'll need to apply the female walk animation for that. So add from walking, 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 left turn, not the right one, left turn, that's waving. That should be it. Yes, that's the one I want. And let's put her into the right position. She's going to start her walk just a little bit after the main character. Again, whoops. I deselected my character 1. Okay, if you're tired of that disappearing on you, you can always lock it into position so it doesn't do that. Just click the little lock down in the bottom or the top right hand corner of your timeline and it won't disappear on you. So let's change her location. Okay, make sure you select the walk. Then we can change her XY location. Move her over a little bit. And again, negative 90. And that's her start location. Move her back just a little bit. And then our final character, again, pull the chicken dance over. She'll be the last one to walk out onto the stage. And we can again copy what we've just done and then get it located how we want for her to walk out on the stage. And yeah, it's just an aesthetics thing, but I really don't like it when they're on top of each other like that. So let's move her location so that she's slightly further back. Okay, good. All right. So now when we scrub, all the characters are walking. Now you might go, oh, well, they're not walking enough. Well, we can fix that real easily by just simply stretching this out. And that didn't have the effect I wanted. Okay, we can fix that real easily. Let's pull that back down to just its 31 frames. We want that to loop. It should be looping. Yes, now it's going to loop. We just didn't have the loop turned to on that character. Now he'll walk out onto the stage, and right about there we're going to need him to start his left turn. So right click, add animation, walking male left turn, and we'll pull that over. Oh, that's jumping. Don't need that. Let's see. We need to make sure that it matches its offsets to the previous clip so he doesn't jump. There we go. And now he's turning to the left. Make sure looping is turned on. So I need a little more space for him to complete his left turn. And then we can blend it with the chicken dance. And blending is really cool. You just pull it over, and the more you cross over the two, the more the two blend. So that looks pretty good that way. Now let's do each of these to the other characters, get the blending right, get the looping set. So again, make sure that your loop is set to the asset. It'd be easier to do them in order. So get her walking out. And then we're going to need to add her left turn. And also make sure that you get your offsets from the previous clip for each of these. Otherwise they will be in strange locations. Okay, now that we've got the second person, oh, she hasn't walked out far enough. I need her to do some more walking. Keep walking. She's got the furthest to go. So we may have to pull her over a little bit. And we are going to want everybody to start the chicken dance at the same time. So let's scoot those all over just to make sure. Now it's just a matter of playing with it, getting your settings the way that you want. So I'm going to stop talking and we'll speed this up a little bit while I get all the animations set the way I want it to look for this particular situation. Okay, we've got everything done now. I'm pretty happy with the animations as we scrub along. I've included some waves and some breathing from the characters so they're not just standing there. And then everybody does the chicken dance in sync with one another. So pretty happy with the whole thing. Now we still want to do some camera work, some lighting effects, and all the great stuff that really augments and takes advantage of the fact that we're doing all of this. So that'll be in the next tutorial. We're going to be working with the Cinemachine tool using camera effects to create some really great look for the characters walking in, some close-ups, all that kind of great stuff. So make sure you come back, hit the like and subscribe, and the little bell if you want to be notified when it's available.